sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray.
Sorry, Pete, just go.
Everyone has their go-to fishing.
Sorry, Pete, I pushed the wrong button.
Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises, and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost, but not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me, book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
Hey, San Diego, the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event is going on now at your San Diego County Ford dealers. The biggest deals of the year to finish 2024, featuring America's best-selling truck, Ford F-Series, leading for 47 straight years. Or check out the full lineup of versatile Ford SUVs, including Bronco or Bronco Sport. Don't wait. Come take a test drive today. Get holiday ready only at your local San Diego County Ford dealers. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Surge Sport Fishing. Alongside my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from 1.5 to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.
The lighter the bite and the cleaner the water means one thing. Need a thinner leader, more natural presentations. That's where Seaguar Gold Label leader material shines. It's Seaguar's thinnest leader material yet. That means it's even less visible underwater and creates more natural presentations for better catch rates on leader-shy fish. With exceptional knot and tinsel strength, this advanced leader material is now available from 2-pound test for fishing trout in the Sierra to 80-pound test for big yellowfin in Guadalupe. Get Seaguar Gold Label at your favorite tackle dealer or learn more at seaguar.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. We're coming to you live on 97.3 The Fan, and we're excited for another great show.
Yeah, for sure. And great to have our friend Valerie Hoperich here. Good morning, Valerie.
Year.
Yeah,
I'm excited to be part of the first group for the new year.
Yeah, no, that's pretty exciting to have you here and start the new year right with such a beautiful lady in our studio here. And as if you're watching YouTube and Facebook Live, you can see what a gorgeous young lady she is. And
I like the word young.
From an owner of a fishing lodge in Canada, of all things, right, Brandon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you believe that?
I'm excited to talk about the true bucket list place that is, Queen Charlotte Safaris.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome there. It's we'll have to get you up there.
Well, I would love to go. Yeah, please don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Corey's hooked. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we know that. We know Corey's hooked. Yeah. So tell us what's new at Queen Charlotte.
We are already gearing up for 2025. We will lines in the water less than 5 months. It sounds like a long time. It's not. There's a lot of preparation to get ready, and I've already ordered bait. Herring, very important to get the big 9-inch purple herring that we love to use.
Oh, yeah.
For our salmon fishing, of course, and our halibut fishing. And menus, staff, lodge, painting, everything, deck, all those kinds of things were already started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Takes time.
Yeah, for sure. What's the weather like there this time of the year in January? I mean, it was.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You got my weather. I'll tell you. I watch it. Let me see.
I bet it's quite a bit different than San Diego, California.
Not really.
No?
No,
Well,
it's
because of the
41
ocean.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, is that
right
it?
now? Yeah, and no
Huh.
rain. It looks like a little bit cloudy. 41.
That's not bad.
Well,
So
that
does it
sounds-
snow at all there?
Some hasn't snowed yet. They were
Yeah.
hoping for a little bit of a white Christmas because last year
Yeah.
there was some
But it
snow,
does
but
snow a
it
little
doesn't
bit.
stay.
Yeah.
Like the top mountains, maybe 5,000 feet. They'll get some snow out. That past the channel that you
Sure.
go through to go out to the west coast. You see the mountaintops have a little bit
Yeah.
of snow on them, but it's a lot like San Diego, I think.
Yeah.
The weather.
Well, it's moderated by the ocean temperatures,
Yes.
right? And so
Yep.
the ocean temperatures, like it's still cold in the ocean though.
It still
Yeah, I
gets
don't
cold.
think you
I
wanna
was
jump
chilly like last time. Like,
Yeah.
a little
Well,
chilly,
it's
little brisk
41
this
there.
morning.
It was what 45 here. What was it in Santee?
It was 36 in
36
Santee,
in
yeah.
Santee, so it's warmer.
I
in
would happily
Sandspit
trade.
than it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. than in-
And we don't get quite the views that in Santee that we would
no,
at,
no,
at Queen Charlotte Safari.
No black bears walking around. in
Yeah,
Santee.
no,
No,
beautiful
no,
forests. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
black bears. Just so we do have the largest black bears in North America. On
Is that
island.
right? Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
And do
Yeah.
you see them often?
Yeah, like when you go through the channel, we
Yep.
really don't
See
want them
'em.
around the lodge.
Okay.
That's.
Do you ever see them around the lodge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you leave food out, we don't do that.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
because then you can't get rid of them.
And do you have any regular visitors that maybe got named?
No.
No.
A lot of deer. I look out the window a lot.
Lots of deer.
And
Sitka
there's
blacktail.
Sitka blacktail
yeah?
sitting
Mhm.
outside the window there.
Yeah.
A lot-
Some
and
people's
eagles.
dogs are bigger than our deer.
Yeah. Yeah, they're small.
They're really cute.
But the eagles are everywhere. The bald
Yes.
eagles.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Mhm.
They hang out because sometimes you guys feed them.
Yeah,
Sort
a
of.
little bit, sort of.
Yeah.
Not
supposed to, but
No.
it happens.
Technically, sometimes that happens a little
Yeah.
bit. But
I'm
we
sure
have
it's
a-
unintentional.
unintentional.
Yeah.
They're kind of our wake up call. You don't really have to set your alarm because the trees in the front, they like to go there and sing every morning. So I never set my alarm. Between smelling the food, the bacon comes right up to my loft where I live every morning, and then the eagle singing. It's like no
Time to get up,
alarm
Valerie.
needed.
Yeah.
That's
So
my wake up call.
What's a trip like? Give us, for those who don't know what Queen Charlotte is, how do you get there?
Mhm.
What's the story? What's the fishing like?
How
and
much
all that
time do you
stuff?
have? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just in a nutshell, super easy, convenient, simple to get to, especially from the West Coast, San Diego,
Yep.
LA,
2
Orange
flights
County.
a day from San Diego to
Mhm.
Vancouver, multiple flights
Flights
a
out
day
of
from
LA,
LA and Orange
mhm,
County
and San
Yeah, and
Francisco,
San Francisco. Yeah.
Portland, and of course Vegas, Phoenix. All of that are kind of Air Canada hubs. You don't have to necessarily fly Air Canada. I know a lot of people like Alaska, but Air
Yeah.
Canada is direct and it's easy.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
once
with
you get,
Alaska, you have to go through Seattle,
Seattle or
and then take a
Portland.
little puddle jumper over.
yes,
Yeah.
I think you get up for 15 minutes and then you land.
Yeah.
It's that close from Seattle to Vancouver. But one thing we do that's very different from many places is that we include the airfare from Vancouver up to Hawaii Islands.
In the package price.
And the package price.
Yeah.
And I have a full travel concierge team. Like
Yeah.
we go over and above. I have Mackenzie and Carrie in my U.S. office working with the maritime travel in Langley, part of Vancouver.
Super good people.
And like we're hands on, like whether it's hotel booking, flights all over the United States, Canada, and it's all in. And that's it's almost like you do have your own personal travel person, included myself, to make sure we want to make sure you connect in time. You have you're not running across the airport, and then they have a 24-hour concierge service in case you do have a missed flight or canceled flight, to make sure and ensure that we get you where you need to be. So we go over and beyond when it comes
Yeah.
to travel, because
If
that's
you do
part
have
of
to
the
spend
trip.
the night, they arrange that.
Yeah, and we get a great rate.
Oh, yeah.
Fairmont Hotel,
Yeah.
Sheraton, Marriott, Radisson,
Several hotels around
several
there.
hotels.
And by
yes.
the way, some of the best Chinese food you'll ever eat in your
Is
life.
that
It's
right?
a
Right
foodie
there around
town.
the airport. Yeah.
I've
Yes.
always heard that Vancouver is like a
Unbelievable.
foodie hub of the world.
yeah.
It is. It is very, very metropolitan, very different varietals of food. But the Chinese American food or Chinese seafood, amazing.
Yes.
And now, how long
Yes.
is the flight from Vancouver to the lodge?
Hour and 40 minutes gate to gate. I think you're in the air about hour and 20 minutes. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sandspit Airport, it's a giant hub airport. man.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God.
There's
you
no
have no
way.
idea.
There's no way.
Yeah,
It's
you walk
great.
you walk onto the tarmac, You walk into the thing and it's about maybe as big as this office, right? Maybe a little bigger.
Little
I don't know.
bigger.
Yeah, a little bigger. But yeah, it's a small.
And the
airport.
flight, I would imagine, from Vancouver to the lodge has to be spectacular views.
There are
It's
when
very-
it's clear, it's
When it's clear,
pretty
it's
nice.
beautiful. And when as you're coming into the island, all you're seeing is greenery and water. It's beautiful. And when you get off the airplane, I go up in May and I get off that plane and I'm like, the air.
Oh,
And it's just stunning, beautiful. And the fresh air and my skin goes into glowing mode. Because
Yeah.
it's so, it's untouched. We talked about that last night.
Yeah.
Like why you love it so much.
Yeah.
It's a very
very
untouched, but you have all the amenities of the lodge. You don't have to worry about, what to eat, where to eat. We take care of everything,
Yeah.
finish to end.
Yes. And
Yes.
food is fantastic. And the nice thing about it is that it's small. I
Mhm.
mean, the lodge, 24 people, right?
24 guests.
Yeah. And
Doesn't seem like a lot, but
beautiful rooms. Each room has their own bathroom,
Mhm.
shower, the whole thing.
Yep.
You've got a wet room for all the you cover. You don't have to bring anything but layers, right? You
Correct.
have everything.
we have
Boots,
everything. Mhm.
rain gear.
We
fishing
switched over
gear.
to Helly Hansen rainwear.
It's nice stuff.
and
Amazing,
it is
yeah.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We have size extra small to 4X all
Ne-
the way through. We have boots size 4 to size 16.
wow. You got some big boys.
So, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have everything. I mean, really, it's just layered clothes, and you even get your room made up every day. I travel a lot, and some hotels don't do that. So
Yeah.
it's just important that that you get spoiled. This is your trip, and it's a bucket list for some people, and then we have some guests come every year. Very blessed for that, or every other year, but it's all about making the memories and an impression. And I mean, life is short, right?
Right.
I mean, it is. And
Well, one of the things I'll say is that because of you, it's such a couples friendly place.
Yeah.
It's not a dude's lodge. It can be a dude's lodge.
it can be with
Yeah,
certain
if
groups.
if you want to be
it's
a
all
dude's lodge, it
dudes.
can be a dude's lodge.
Yeah.
But it is a wonderful place
Yes.
to bring your
Mhm.
wife, your significant other, for women to travel to together themselves, whatever.
Yep.
It is. It's really an easy place to travel for people that are not hardcore fisher people.
We get everything from people that fish here out of Point Loma to like never have caught a salmon before, and but they fish down here. So we have different species of fish, and we fish differently. We fish different than Alaska. I mean, Alaska, like they anchor a lot of times. They'll anchor for halibut. We don't.
Right.
I mean, there's just and salmon. Salmon is our claim to fame. The
Sure.
Chinook salmon for sure because of the run being transitory, and we
They
have
have
it all.
a year-round run of Chinook.
Is
kings.
that right? How is
Year-round.
that- how is
Yeah,
that
I mean,
possible?
not
We have
year-round.
winter
Excuse
fish.
me. They have winter fish, but I mean,
Okay.
what I'm saying is that they open in June and they close
May-
at the end of August, and there's really good runs of kings there the whole time.
the whole
that-
time.
Isn't that not unique for anywhere?
Very unique.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
is that, Valerie?
It's location, and because we're a transitory fishery, the fish are coming through and feeding all summer. It's about the bait.
Hmm.
Got to have the bait, of course. We actually fish parallel to the continental shelf. Like here's your continental shelf. Here's we can fish north, south, all in between, and you have all the pinnacles. You got that Pacific current. And you got your herring, your needlefish, and you have all that bait. And these salmon they could be fish from Canada, like Fraser River fish,
Uh-huh.
or they could be Washington fish, Columbia River fish. I mean,
Sure.
it's all summer.
So it's a variety of sizes as well.
Sizes,
everything.
like you get 1-year fish, juvenile fish.
Yeah.
When you get up like 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old fish, those are big fish, and those are definitely headed to a river.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when you get out there on these pinnacles and these different pieces of structure, are you burdened by a large fleet? Is there a lot of boats around?
Nada. That's why we love it. Untouched, unspoiled. Not very many. There's 2. There's myself and another, and some day charters. I don't know if you see 20 boats. 20.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know that I've ever seen 20 boats
Yeah.
there. But
I mean,
yeah.
sometimes you.
But
get,
I mean, you have how many? 6?
we run 6.
6.
Mhm.
So if you see another 10 boats total, maybe
Yeah.
out of except for the Queen Queen Charlotte Safaris?
The wild difference between the fishery of Southern California and the beautiful thing you got
Or
going on.
going
up
to
there.
other places
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in Alaska. Alaska's only 60 miles away.
Sure.
Mind you, you're almost to the Alaska border. When you're in
The
Queen
tip
Charlotte
of
Islands.
Haida Gwaii to the tip of Alaska, close Ketchikan is, I think it's probably 80
Oh,
miles.
80 miles. Okay.
About 80
yeah.
miles.
Yeah.
But I mean, the line between the United States and Canada goes right between the two.
Mm.
Yeah.
But we're in the mid part. We're in the mid part, and you land in Sandspit, and easy to get in and out. And we take care of everything. Pick you up from the airport. We have a shuttle van, just like a hotel. Our little QCS van holds
And it's such
20
a long
guests.
ride to the.
Yes.
to the lodge. I think
What,
it's
10
like
minutes.
Yeah, well, you could almost walk fast.
Oh, is that right?
No, it's so cute. It just
Yeah,
reminds
it's
me
close.
of like a little Cape Cod town.
Yeah,
bit,
it's
you know?
really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The other thing too is that I'm sure you've heard from Corey
Mm.
is the lingcod fishing.
So I've
It's
I've
off
heard
the charts.
I've heard that it's not hyperbole. It's probably the greatest lingcod fishing in the world for
I've never
for
seen
anybody who
anything
I've
like
talked to that's gone
Yeah.
there. They've said it's the best lingcod they've ever lingcod fishing they've ever experienced. I think it's just that factor alone is worth the trip. You know, it's an
Mhm.
amazing
It's world
amazing
class.
fishery.
mhm.
Yeah.
And the salmon, I mean, the quality, the
quality, the
fight,
size of the,
the size.
salmon.
Yeah, just
Not uncommon to get a 30-pounder.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have a 30-pounder yet.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
I've got close up there. Yeah.
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 I
But
think
pretty
you're for
much
sure.
every trip somebody's getting the pin for the 30-pounder.
Yeah,
right?
a tie pin. But we have my opinion, this is my opinion. I think your fish all in the 20s are the best eating
Yeah.
for food. I mean, you get 4 of those and you got some
That's a
nice
lot of-
fillets. That's a lot of fish.
So fish processing, always a big deal. People coming up to Alaska or Queen Charlotte Safaris or wherever, they want to take home fish. They want to take home halibut, lingcod, rockfish,
Right.
and salmon. How does the fish processing work at Queen Charlotte Safaris?
So we use a certified processor. We say processor. but
It is
and-
Canadian.
It's processing, not processing. So that is included. All your fish processing down to small portions. They take the bone out, and it's all vacuum packed, flash frozen, and your fish box and it's an insulated box, by the way, all included. And we fish 4 to a boat, and let's say the 4 of you.
Mm.
Okay, let's talk hookup. The 4 of you are on the boat. They will divide it evenly, and we cover that charge because it's so much nicer to divide it evenly. So you're not coming back to San Diego and coming to Pete's office and splitting all your fish up.
Yeah,
It's done like at the processor.
They
So
do that.
we
So the processor charges extra for that, right?
yes,
Yeah.
but we cover it. Like
Yeah.
that's part of
Oh,
your
that's
I-
amazing.
So
I cover it.
so it's a boat. It's a group thing. When you say if everybody agrees on the boat,
Mhm.
you're going to share the fish.
Well,
The
and
processor does all that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so you have a daily work form. The fish is cut every night. So when it comes in, it's on ice. We have our own Queen Charlotte Safaris bin. It's T&M Seafood.
Mhm.
And we have our own bin. So they're not getting mixed up with anyone else. And per boat, per bin, and it's tagged.
Okay.
Every fish is tagged a group number for your boat. So Pete, we will use Pete's license. Last 5 digits of his license. It's all tagged. Very well organized. Tom is amazing. He checks in with me every day. We have a conversation about everything caught. And then on turnover day, about 6 o'clock in the morning, I get, okay, this is how many boxes of fish. They're ready to go. Come get them.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it works out really
no,
well.
it's a well-oiled machine.
Are you limited to a weight factor?
50 pounds.
50 pounds,
50-pound
which
boxes.
is a
Yeah.
tremendous amount of
It's a lot-
fillets to
lot
bring
of
home.
No waste.
Yeah, sure.
Like this is true. Like you go down there and
Yeah.
it's all fillets, it's all vacuum
Now,
packed and species identified.
Sometimes you catch more than 50 pounds. What happens then?
Well, last year, holy
Last year,
smokes,
yeah,
your
last year our group was-
holy.
Because I wasn't there, right?
I know,
Yeah.
right? No.
It was crazy.
Well, and that's because they got into some very nice, good sized salmon,
yeah.
and they
Lot of
got some,
kings.
they got some nice
Like
everything.
silvers, chums, too.
Yeah.
It's not just kings.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we have silver run, chums, pinks.
But you can, at an extra cost,
Oh,
bring
gosh,
more
yes.
than 50 pounds.
Air Canada does not care. So we include the first checked, which your first box of fish,
Right.
in addition, is included to on the airplane. And then if you get into your second and third, then Air Canada has their charge.
Yeah.
And it's nice if you are on Air Canada and you go all the way from, let's say, Sandspit to San Diego, we can check your fish in Sandspit and you pick it up in San Diego. And I also want to let guests know that, or people know that, you clear customs in Vancouver. They have a customs office in the Vancouver airport. So when you get back to your home destination, you're done. There's no standing in line with your fish. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for today, right, Brandon? A lot to talk about here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Yeah, and we should talk
Valerie.
about that one lucky caller or texter today is going to win a full day trip aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's
Liberty.
Landing.
Yeah, they're getting ready to run.
Oh yeah, and they're as nice as a full day boat can get.
No doubt, bunks and the whole thing.
Yeah,
for sure. So if you want to get through, the lines are open right now. Jeff's standing by. 833-288-0973. That's 833-288-0973. That's the number to the fan. We'll be on the fan today for the full 2 hours, so you have time to call. Also, what about the text?
Or you could text us via the app. A lot of people are super into the app and listening to us on the app. You can listen to the current episodes and archived episodes. But also we're on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to take your phone calls, your texts. Talk more to Valerie. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open parties, schedule check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
When you want to catch big bluefin tuna, you need Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. The Shimano Beastmaster is the pinnacle of electric reels. Shimano's Gigamax motor packs a winding strength up to 250 pounds, ideal for kite fishing and more. Shimano's butterfly flatfall jigs are irresistible to bluefin tuna because they stay in the strike zone longer. Shimano makes a complete line of butterfly flatfall jigs to target your favorite game fish. For all your Shimano needs, visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing offers half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the Liberty. Many trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Seasoned Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-style metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on afco.com.
Gamakatsu is not just all about hooks. There's so much more, including the new Gamakatsu fillet knives. Once you try one, you'll always want more. The new tools are also very special, including the Gamakatsu braid scissors made with ceramic blades so they'll never rust. Check out the new lineup of shirts and hats, and of course, Gamakatsu fishing pliers and boxes are amazing. Gamakatsu, much more than just the best hooks. Get them at your local tackle shop or at gamakatsu.com.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now with stores throughout Southern, Central, and Northern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that
10 seconds.
the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, and of course on that YouTube, Facebook, and the Let's Talk Hookup app, we're there too. And nice to see a lot of people watching us on YouTube and Facebook, and of course listening to us on the Let's Talk Hookup app, which is always fantastic. Thanks to George and all his hard work at Backbone Broadcast for helping us put all that together. You can see on the YouTube all this new equipment. Valerie, you haven't seen all this stuff.
I
but
see
that's
that.
all for the stream and all for the new coordination.
Fancy.
And we
here.
want to thank Jeff and the fan studio for monitoring us and answering our phone call. So when you call that number at 833-288-0973, Jeff's the guy you're going to say hi to Jeff, and he'll get you up and roll in there. And lots of good texts too coming through, right?
Yeah, the phone lines are busy. The texts are flowing through. It's another great day here on Let's Talk Hookup. Should we go to a couple? I do have one here. Hey, Pete and Brandon and Valerie. I was wondering if Valerie could talk about some of the meals that are prepared at the lodge. That's from Jake in Point Loma.
Cool.
Oh, we're going to talk about food at 7 in the morning.
Why not?
Why not?
Food is awesome there.
Food is awesome. We as a team, we have conversations about what should we serve. I like to involve the team in making decisions. And I think it's really important that guests get to eat some of the indigenous food of what they're catching. So we'll do a halibut night. That's usually one of the most popular. So we'll do halibut, different kinds of sauces, not too saucy, but just really nice. So you can get that flavor of the fish. And then also we do a salmon night. And then this is the most requested night is crab night.
Oh, crab night's the best. And you know
crab.
who set the new world record champion eating crab?
Who did that?
Corey Sanders.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
So crab night, and in addition to ling cod fish and chips. And the reason why we added the ling cod, because so many guests have never had ling cod, or they've had ling cod, but I've been told it's different than the ling cod in California. I've never had. I'm a Californian too, BC and Californian, and I've never had ling cod here. So ling cod
is a next level. It's a totally different flavor than the stuff you can
and both are great, but they're next level coming from up there.
People love the ling cod. And then we also do a surf and turf, and a nice little farewell touch is your captains that you've been on the boat with for the trip join you for dinner for farewell night. Fun. So we do a surf and turf.
And here's the thing too, if you don't like what's on the menu,
we have a whole nother menu for non-fish eating, or if you have dietary needs and you can't have fish or shellfish or prawns or whatever, chef has all different kinds of other things.
Yeah, just pass your crab and your prawns over to me.
And we do a salad, and the other, it might sound a little bit I'll use the word corny, like when we talk about our soup, but when you come in from fishing, having a hot cup of soup and fresh bread,
nothing better
before dinner, people like it. I go down to the van, pick everyone, and they're like, "What's the soup of the day?" And I'll say, "La la la," and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, that's the first thing they do. They're headed for the soup.
And then I might mention when you come back, full bar is available. And then also
wine and beer is included with your package.
With dinner,
Wine's
right?
included. Yep. Yeah. From Okanagan Valley, BC wine. And then we have a full bar spirits, and we do mocktails for non-drinkers, and we have non-alcoholic beer, and all sodas, refreshments. Fresca, very popular in Canada, believe it or not. Yeah, Fresca.
That's interesting.
So it's all furnished.
Super comfortable.
And what kind of crab are you serving?
Dungeness.
Oh my!
And you catch it yourself.
Ever.
Yeah.
Dungeness. You catch it?
You take the nets out, you drop them on your way out to fish, and you pick them up on the way back.
For me, that would be worth the trip alone. I love Dungeness crab, and I've never caught one.
They're a good size.
Oh yeah.
I think the record. I don't know if Corey beat the record, but I think one guy had 7 crab, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be crab comatose.
But that's super fun. So you want to catch crab, or sometimes it's designated one captain's going to go get the crab, or a couple of captains. Or if you tell your captain, hey, I'd love to go catch some crab, go set the crab nets.
They like to do it on the way out.
Yeah, and then come back.
The top of the line cuisine just speaks to how Pete's point earlier that it's good for couples, because you have the nature aspect, you have top of the line food, and you have world-class fishing.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to get up
and
there.
The service. I mean, my team, the lodge team, Rachel, Aubrey, Melanie, Diane, chef, everybody, they're just so it's all about customer service, and they just really enjoy the guests. They're like, okay, who's coming on the next trip? And they're like, oh, that was my favorite group. And then that group leaves. Oh, that was my favorite group. Like, I mean, we're just all into the customer service, and we want everyone to see what a beautiful part of the world we're in.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, let's jump into the phones. They're packing up. 833-288-0973 is the number.
Let's talk to Vinny in Carlsbad. Good morning, Vinny.
Good morning, Vinny.
Hey, good morning. I have a question. You guys touch base on the fish processing as far as that goes. Do you offer also, does the cannery offer, or does the fish processing offer canning of any types of fish?
We don't have canning on island, but if you want any of your fish canned, when you go back to Vancouver, there is St. Jean's Cannery, and they do have a drop off at the South Terminal, which is on the other side of the main terminal airport there in Vancouver. We have to pre-arrange it, and they have a cannery, and I think it takes about 12 weeks, and they'll ship it to you.
What about smoking?
They sell smoked fish. They smell smoke, and you did not know this, Pete. They also sell black cod and black smoked cod
At the processor.
at the processor, because they're a certified sport fishing plant, and then they have
So
their
if you
commercial
wanted
license.
to bring an extra box home of black cod,
Goodies,
smoked black cod, smoked salmon,
scallops, things like that,
scallops,
smoked salmon, candied salmon.
prawns.
Mhm.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Ooh,
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So as far as the canning part, we have to pre-arrange that. 'Cause
Okay.
no canning. Someday, maybe. Someday.
That sounds great. All right, Vinny, thanks a lot for the
Great.
phone
Thank
call
you,
this
Vinny.
morning. Appreciate that. I have a great text here, and it's from Tom. He's calling us from NorCal, and Tom wants to know, great show today, as usual. What kind of license does somebody need to fish out of Queen Charlotte's?
You have your BC saltwater angler license and a salmon stamp, and it's all included. And we have them
Included
printed
in
up
your
and
price.
ready to go when you get there. They're
So
all ready
you don't
to
have
go.
to worry about it.
No.
Really?
When we send our pre-trip in, I get everything. We get everything from what we need for airline tickets, fishing license, your rainwear, your travel needs, dietary needs, and emergency contact. Once we have that, we take it from there.
All right. Hey, just got a text from Al, the sports barber. He's out with Benny and catching lots of calicos this morning.
Oh, is that right? With Benny Florentino?
Yeah, with probably Benny Seacrest.
Benny Seacrest.
Yeah, that's kind
all
of
right.
his usual guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Way to go, Al and Benny.
Yeah, go get him.
Go get him. Yeah, fun stuff. Let's go jump back in the phones.
Let's talk to Bruce in Lemon Grove. Good morning, Bruce. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I had two questions. Do we fish from a boat or from the shoreline? And what's the average duration of a trip?
Good morning, Bruce. So you're going to fish, we're fully in boats, and we're fishing the west coast of the islands. And typical day is breakfast 5 to 6. We like to be out of the harbor 6:15, 6:30, and you're back about 5 o'clock.
Well, that's a long day.
Yeah. It's a full day, action packed, and your lunches are custom made to go on the boat with all your drinks, refreshments, and the guides work very hard to put you on fish.
And now, do I bring my own rods and reels?
No, it's all furnished. You can bring. I mean,
I like to bring
yeah.
like my yo-yo thing for yo. I bring the 3-piece Phoenix.
Okay.
One of those 3-piece Phoenix, and I bring a Shimano Trinidad 20A, and bring some jigs, some of Corey's jigs.
But that's because you're San Diego sport fishing, boys,
right?
And you're a little bougie.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's a good word.
like the yo-yo kind of thing.
Sure.
But they have all. You don't need to. They have all the stuff.
I already knew the answer to the question. I know you guys have first.
So if you're bougie, I guess yes. If you want to bring your own,
but your
special
tackle is
lures
already
and stuff,
amazing, and
it is, and we're all dialed in, and we have an array of different gear for everyone to use, and lady friendly gear, just light tackle gear, everything.
Now, if somebody wants to catch stuff on the fly, is that a possibility?
So do you want to talk about the single action reels, Pete, or do you want me to?
Go ahead.
Okay.
The knuckle buster.
The infamous knuckle buster, is a single action reel. It is just looks like a fly reel, but it's for saltwater, and your rod's about 10 and a half feet long. And you feel the action. It's not for everybody. but people that fly fish love it, and it is the BC way of catching salmon.
I'm totally unfamiliar with this. Is it's not a fly rod, or it's
It's a saltwater fly. We call it a saltwater
It's
fly
like a
reel
big,
and rod.
like a 10 weight,
Yes.
like a 18 weight fly rod. It's like
And-
a
and
giant
I'm-
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine from the moniker Knuckle Buster, it has no anti-reverse.
Yeah.
Well,
So when the
No-
fish runs,
Yeah. You
Oh,
get your
boy.
hand out of the way.
get your, yes.
Yeah.
It's
And-
very
and-
sporty and very fun.
I like I like our conventional
Conventional,
way, and they
yeah.
have all the conventional gear
Mhm.
on there. But a lot of the people that I fished with on the boat, they love the knuckle buster.
Yeah.
It's just a different way to fish.
Is that because you
the
typically
guides
travel?
like them knuckle buster?
Okay.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
that typically because you travel with fly guys, or that's just the traditional way to do it there?
The traditional way.
That's cool.
That's the Canadian way.
Canadian
and they
way.
want you to use that, but
Mhm.
I always go, no, I don't want
It's, it's very. We'll go back to the word bougie
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, he's a bit bougie. Yeah.
But it's very, very fun. So yes, if I answered your question,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then some.
All right. You have a good text, huh?
I do right here. This is from John in Mira Mesa. It says, "Good morning, Valerie. You covered the process relating to the travel from San Diego. When I'm returning to San Diego, it sounds like I need to allow for an additional day of travel. Could you please explain that?"
Yes. So it just depends on flight times getting in and out of Haida Gwaii. We have one flight. We used to have two. Post-pandemic, we're down to one, but we have a bigger aircraft. So some airports you can get all the way through in one day, and some airports the connection's very tight. So coming from San Diego going up, you have plenty of time,
Plenty of time.
to connect over to the flight into the island. It leaves at 1:00, but coming back, it gives you an hour and a half. In my opinion, you have fish. It's very tight, hour and a half, and especially traveling with fish. So I highly recommend to stay at the Fairmont Hotel. It's right in the Vancouver airport, and it's happens to be right at the International U.S. Departure Terminal. So
And they have a fish
valet.
there. they put your fish in the freezer for the
Yep.
night.
Just
Yep.
like your car, you have a fish valet. Your name's on it, and you I always tell guests, take a picture of it just in case you lose your card. Just like if you check a card into valet a hotel, and it goes right in the freezer at the bottom, right where you check into. Like here's your check-in to on this area. Here's your check-in to your flight, and your fish is literally over here in the freezer.
Right.
So it's really convenient. So yeah, you go have dinner, next morning, get up, have some breakfast, catch your flight. You can take an early morning flight.
Yep.
You call the front desk. I have fish. You give them your valet number. Your fish will be on a cart waiting for you. And you go, maybe 50 feet,
Yeah.
and you get on your plane. You go through.
Can from San Diego, you can make it home,
It's just
but
tight.
it's super tight.
It's super
It just
tight.
depends on how much you like to gamble.
Yeah, if
Right?
you like,
'Cause flights-
yeah,
yeah. If you like
depends
to
how
live
you
on
like
the
to
edge.
fly. If you want
Yeah.
to live on the edge,
Yeah.
then you can do it. If
Yeah.
you don't, then stay at
'Cause
the
hour
Fairmont.
and a half. I think it's like an hour and 45 minutes
It's a little
from the
tight.
scheduled time. So that's
Yeah.
just for me. It's easier just to kind of relax, enjoy hanging out with the people that you were
Fishing
just
with.
fishing with the
Mhm.
whole
Everyone
time. and then spend the
stays
night.
there. Yep.
Yeah.
LAX, you can get home. San Francisco,
Yeah.
you can get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Both ways. Yeah, for sure.
And we
Hey,
help you with all that. Like it's,
yeah.
we book it all. We get a great rate at the Fairmont.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Hey, here's another text from Mike in San Diego. Great show. I listened on the app, and the show sounds more clear since you've gone to the fan. Okay, I'm going to give you an insight because Ricky told me, he texted me this morning. He says it's the feed on the app is so much crisper and cleaner. And I'm going to credit my friend George at Backbone Broadcast for that, because we're now using a different streaming service called Backbone Broadcast. Actually, similar one that you're using over at Sports Grid, but we're direct to Backbone Media now, and everybody's telling me, George, it's clear. So there you go.
Great job, George.
Thank you,
very
George.
much. Keep it up. Question: what do you think about bringing the family to the lodge? What is the comfort level for women, and what do you think about feeling the right age to bring children?
We are 100% absolutely lady friendly, family friendly. When we're doing our bookings, I try to be very mindful of groups. And so if I have, they call it a dude group, I'll call it a gentleman's group. I'm not going to put a family there. And then I have groups where maybe I have families, and like I have a particular date in June that it's grandparents bringing in grandkids, and their ages 10 to 18. So very family friendly, boats covered heated, flushing marine toilets. We didn't talk about that, but they are. And I would say I don't really have an age limit. I've had the youngest angler age 5, but he fishes. His grandpa, his dad, his uncles, and he did amazing. He caught a halibut taller than he was.
Wow.
He's only like this, and he did great. Only 5 years old. But for Bill DePriest, he brought from a Pacific Coast Sport Fishing, brought his boys up, and they were like 6 and 7, and they did great, but they've grown up fishing with their dad and their grandpa. So it all depends on the child, and it also depends
And their experience.
and their experience. Yes,
But I mean, typically
as an
you have-
average,
yeah,
10, 8, 10,
8, 10,
8,
it's
10.
fine.
Fine.
But and the nice thing is that you're fishing mostly protected water.
Yes.
Oh, is that
So,
right?
Yeah.
Well,
So
you do
you're
have to
not-
get out on the pinnacles.
You do, and you get
Yeah.
out in the open ocean for the halibut and the lingcod and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, because where you fish the salmon is against the wall, which is flat calm all
Well,
the
I
time.
was told just the journey to where you're going to start
Yeah.
fishing is worth the trip in and of itself.
That's a tour.
It's
I
a
can
tour.
just do tour. I can just get one of
You're
those.
literally splitting between 2 islands.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
very
cool.
pretty.
And every bend of the channel, you can
Yeah.
see a bear,
Yeah.
a moose, something, right?
No moose.
No
But
moose.
bears. We
Bears,
don't have any
bears,
moose.
otters.
Yeah, a lot of sea life.
deer,
Yeah. Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
A lot of different
Lot-
whales.
lots
We have
going on.
whales coming through.
Oh,
Not-
a lot
not-
of humpbacks.
A lot of humpbacks,
Yeah.
gray whales.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as you can hear, we have a great show in store for you. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Rob is on. Okay. You see him?
Mike?
Hey, it's time for the 30-second Power Pro seminar. Here's the hot tip for those of us that like to fish with small reels for big fish. Fill your spools with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro. That means you're going to get more line on that small reel. Plus, you can fly line your bait more effectively. Here's another tip about Power Pro Max Quattro. Your casting distance will increase in addition to increasing your spool capacity. So downsize your tackle and use Power Pro Max Quattro. Check powerpro.com for more information.
Hey guys, this is Ali Husseini from Local Knowledge and BD Outdoors. I'm a lucky guy in so many ways, and one thing I'm really grateful for is my little brother, Yosef. Yosef is not only a fellow angler, but he's also an amazing realtor that specializes in helping us in the angling community find the ultimate home. If you own a home, get a free no-obligation evaluation online now by typing in SoCalHomeEval.com. That's SoCalHomeEval.com. All you do is put in your address, and you'll get a home value report immediately sent to your email. No pressure, no obligations, just answers. Yosef is the SoCal real estate go-to guy. He's helped me and so many of my fellow fishing buddies find what they're looking for in a home. He knows anglers and he understands the real estate market. Not only that, but he's also a really nice guy. How many brothers can you say that about? Go to SoCalHomeEval.com and find out where you stand in the real estate market, and then get with Yosef and find your ultimate home. Again, go to SoCalHomeEval.com, and we'll see you on the water.
For your next fishing adventure, check Point Loma Sport Fishing. They offer half-day and full-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit PointLomaSportFishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627. Want to go fishing? Point Loma Sport Fishing has you covered.
Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost, but not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me, book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
Long range fishing, nothing beats Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Come check out the Shimano Talica, the pinnacle of lever drag 2-speed reels. The Talica features Shimano's Hagani body when throwing jigs. The Shimano Trinidad is your top choice. With the extreme cranking power and Shimano Super Free Spool provides extreme castability. You'll be able to put your jig in the Wahoo zone. For all your Shimano needs, visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing offers half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the Liberty. Many trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. We're coming to you live on 97.3 The Fan from the sport fishing headquarters of the world. And we're talking to Valerie Hoperich from Queen Charlotte Safaris. We're having a great time.
Yeah, great time and great time. And, time to talk about some Shimano stuff. And, and that reel I talked about that I take the Queen Charlotte, the Trinidad A, Trinidad 20A. What an amazing reel. Whether you're fishing for lingcod or whether you're fishing for surface iron yellows, is there a better reel than that?
There's not a better reel on the market, and the best free spooling single speed star drag reel available on the market, and the most power and torque to turn the handle is that the Shimano Trinidad A series of reels.
Yeah,
and you kind of could. They're so versatile. You could kind of take them anywhere in the world and catch just about nearly anything.
Yeah, for sure. And as you know, when you get a big lingcod on the line, you get a 40, 30-pound lingcod on the line, you got to get him off the bottom.
Absolutely.
And he's going to get you in the rocks. And there's nothing like that torque on the Trinidad A. So check it out, the Trinidad A reel at your local Shimano dealer. And, let's find out what's biting in the catch report today.
Well, this morning, the catch report is sponsored by Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. Is the place to fill up your car, truck, and boat with the lowest gas and diesel prices. Did you know that Summit is also the place to get the lowest prices on ice, snacks for your trip, 25 cents for your first 5-pound bag of ice, which is a crazy deal, or $3.99 for 25 pounds, as many as you want. That's half the price of the others. Plus, you get 100 pounds of free ice with a 35-gallon fill. Kirkland products at lower prices than the store that makes them. Dozens of great snacks for just 89 cents and so much more. Summit Gasoline, free ice for Let's Talk Hookup listeners, and always low prices at the San Diego Sports Arena.
All right, let's talk to Brian Willey from Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Captain Brian, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey,
good morning.
I always love when Valerie's in. It just sounds like such an amazing trip, and it gets the credit card like trigger happy.
We like that.
Well, hey, our water here, as we all know, it's definitely could feel the cool down in our zone. 55 to 57 degrees is what we've been fishing. I know that's probably warm for Valerie where they're at, but for us here, that we kind of see things get tight, and it's kind of hard to catch a fish a few days with that water temp. But the half day did see some bass action on the live bait. There's anchovies everywhere, and we couldn't ask for a better live bait. I think that's all that's in the receivers at San Diego now. I know that for sure. We're lucky we got a little bit of sardine for our halibut trips and whatnot, but that anchovy's really been key for our guys getting bites with this cooler water. So that fish, that live anchovy fished on a Carolina rig or a reverse dropper loop was the key to getting bites for our guys this week. Again, scaling down their line size, guys fishing 8 to 12 pound line with those light sinkers on a Carolina rig certainly helped with that. Some good catch and release action on the sheephead, being that we can't keep that stuff right now, and a nice sample of halibut. Those guys fishing those dropper loops with that anchovy were catching some halibut this week. Just about every day the half day boat was catching one of those. So not big fish, but still a good sign since we've got that halibut derby underway now. 3/4 day has been down there off Camp Pendleton area fishing what we can keep: whitefish, sculpin, sand dabs. Definitely trying to avoid that rockfish in that lower sector has been a little bit tricky. But that sculpin setup that we like to fish, a 1/2 ounce lead head with a twin tail scampi or an MC swim bait fished on a dropper loop with like a 6 or an 8 ounce torpedo sinker has been really effective for singling out the sculpin and not catching the rockfish. Certainly, we've caught some nice quality rockfish on that setup, but some of the smaller stuff, easy to keep off and just really single out those sculpin. So some good sculpin fishing the last couple days for the guys that have been willing to come out and give it a shot. And then some filler fish like the whitefish and the sand dabs kind of in the mix there as well for the half day guys. Halibut derby, we fished hard on Friday, didn't see anything caught, but like I said, the half day guys have been in a different zone, so that's been kind of good. So I think that's where the halibut drift trip that departs on Friday is going to be focusing on that area. So there's some room on that trip if someone wants to jump in on that. And just a reminder that you can buy in on any half or 3/4 day trip for $5 when you buy your ticket to get in on that. Some really cool prizes from our sponsors. So that's kind of it for us. Boat work, maintenance, and getting out a couple days a week has been the deal here. So call the landing, 949-496-5794. Of course, you can hit us on the web too at danawharf.com. And that's pretty much our report for the week.
All right. Fantastic, Captain Brian. Appreciate that very much. Beautiful weather this week to go fishing. So why not go catch some halibut? And we'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, guys. Have a great show. Thanks for the time. See ya.
Thank
All
you.
right, appreciate it. Hey, we now have Rob, one of your star guides.
Yes.
At Queen Charlotte Safari on the line. Good morning, Rob.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good,
great.
good morning, Rob. Happy New Year.
What part of the world are you in?
Yeah. I'm in South America, in Colombia, actually.
In Colombia. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, a little warmer than Queen Charlotte right now?
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're always so great to have on and always so much fun to fish with. And what is your take on the fishing at that beautiful part of the world where you fish during the summer at Queen Charlotte Safari?
It just seems to be getting better and better. Like the last 3 years, we've seen an increase in all the salmon that are coming back since the closures of the net pens in, what was it, 2020 or 2021 in the Buono Archipelago, Discovery Islands. It seems to be like things are going to get better and better, and things are looking really good.
Are you talking mostly for the salmon fishing?
Yeah, this is mostly for the salmon fishing. Yeah, the salmon were having a tough time trying to get past those pens with all the lice that were on them. And now that that's been shut down, it seems to be better and better. So hopefully things are looking up. We can get rid of more of those pens. It'll probably help a lot more.
That's interesting. So there was an issue with like a farm raised kind of salmon?
Yeah, all the farm raised pens. So when the little fish come out of the creek, the wild salmon coming out of their native creeks have to go by the pens. The sea lice from the open net pens would attack the small fry and kill them within 24, 48 hours.
Kidding. Wow.
So they're having a big trouble with that. Yeah. So
Well, that was down south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still such a
us.
transitory area,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what's your biggest king that you've ever caught on your boat?
Personally, 35 pounds.
35.
Wow.
I mean, do you typically, I mean, I was telling our listeners that it's not untypical to get a 30-pounder, right?
No. I mean, they happen. We had maybe 10 of them last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Rob, if I go back and look, you had like 3 in June.
Yeah, there was 3. There was one month there was really good.
Yeah.
I had 3 personal.
Yeah.
What's your favorite month to fish there, Rob?
I think June is actually, it's things are getting going. It's not as busy out there. It's ground fishing's unreal.
Because it's been untouched, right?
Yeah, it's been untouched all season, all winter. Nobody gets out there. I mean, there's very few, maybe a couple boats here and there go out, but nobody really.
I would say very untouched. Yes.
And Rob, if you get to choose, what would you personally go target on your, let's say, day off?
I definitely would be for salmon. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I like that's my fish too.
They're hard to beat. Yeah.
They're fun and they fight.
It's just a power tilt between you and the fish.
Yeah. And do you fish them with the traditional gear?
You do the knuckle buster?
Yes, he does.
Oh heck yeah, that's the only way to go.
Is that right?
Why is that? I mean, you Canadians love that, right?
It's just you're actually fighting the fish now. You're not just fighting a drag, right? You're actually having to use your brain to take your hand on and off the reel to get back and forth with bringing the fish in. With the conventional reels, you're just basically winching the fish in, right? Like, you don't have to always be winching, but with the single action reel, you only have a choice: hand on or hand off.
Yeah.
This is such an interesting concept to me. I've never even heard of this way. And for a professional tackle salesman like myself, it's got me so curious. I want to go up there just to do that one thing.
Try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now with those long rods, is it less likely you're going to pull the hook on a softmouth salmon like that too?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the long rod definitely helps. I mean, you can use the rod as your gauge as to whether you have enough tension or too much tension on the fish. And yeah, just keeping the tension just exactly where it should be. The drags are set, so you don't have to worry about the drag. The drag is set so that it'll pull out when it should. But it's basically, put it this way, it's like hunting with a bow and arrow versus hunting with a rifle, or driving a standard versus an automatic. Basically standard versus an automatic in like a car, right? And we have high performance gear, so you want to put a automatic in that Ferrari, or you want standard.
And what's the biggest halibut you've caught on your boat?
Like actually brought in, I mean, max size, of course, but we had one last year.
You had a big one.
Well, it was close to 200 centimeters, so close to 6 feet.
Wow. That's a big fish.
This may be totally out of left field, but I just received a couple of texts about albacore. Is it true you guys see albacore?
Yeah. And hey, Rob, thanks for joining us. We ran out of time here in this segment, but have fun down in Columbia, and we're going to see you very soon. And when we come back, we're going to have more Let's Talk Hookup right here on 97 Through the Fan, Let's Talk Hookup app, and YouTube and Facebook Live. Stay tuned.
It may be winter in Southern California, but those of us who live here know it's
Nice.
here to go fishing, and certainly not time to put your gear away. This is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. This is the ideal time for bay bass fishing, and I get the inside scoop from Johnny. Heck, he will even rent you one of our killer blue skiffs. This is also a good time to go work on your reels, and Doug is the man for that job. If big largemouth bass are your bag, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. They have all the right stuff and live bait for a perfect day on the lake. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle is super cool too, for both freshwater and saltwater tackle. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle is on Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check danalanding.com for more details.
Hey, it's time for the 30-second Power Pro seminar. Here's the hot tip for those of us that like to fish with small reels for big fish. Fill your spools with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro. That means you're going to get more line on that small reel. Plus, you can fly line your bait more effectively. Here's another tip about Power Pro Max Quattro. Your casting distance will increase in addition to increasing your spool capacity. So downsize your tackle and use Power Pro Max Quattro. Check powerpro.com for more information.
You know, whether you're going fishing, diving, or just having fun on the water, there's nothing more worth doing than messing around in boats. So let me ask you, are you ready to upgrade your ride? Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland is your exclusive Western U.S. dealer for Steiger Craft. Created for inshore and offshore waters and laid out with the serious fisherman in mind, Steiger Craft has built a solid reputation for performance and excellent rough water handling. If adventure on the water is what you live for, now's the time to invest in your passion. Call Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland at 510-437-1444. To look at the whole fleet of Steiger Craft online, go to steigercraft.com. Now's the time for a rugged, reliable, and fast Steiger Craft from Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland.
Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. We have always been the leader with all-inclusive fishing trips to Cedros Island. We now have 2 lodges to choose from and both sit on the cliff's edge with relaxing ocean views and gorgeous morning sunrises. With direct flights departing to the CBX in San Diego, we are committed to providing first-class service to our guests and an unforgettable fishing experience. Come check out the yellowtail and calico bass capital in the world. Nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. Call me at 619-772-7570 or check us out at cedrosportfishing.com. Book soon. Trips are going fast.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
This is you, Lars, from the San Diego Padres.
You can hear the Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan, Odyssey Sports Station. This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program and not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock God Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
And welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's Talk Hookup right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, on YouTube and Facebook Live. And, of course, 97.3 The Fan. Pete Gray here along with Brandon Buono. Rick's on vacation. Corey's sick. And Brandon is our guy waiting in the wings. And it's so great to have you, Brandon.
I'm desperately missing those guys, but I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
We're stoked
What a
to
great
have
day.
you, man. You're a total natural at this thing,
you.
man. We
You
got to
are
bring you back
natural.
more often. Yeah, for sure. Valerie Hoperich is our guest today from Queen Charlotte Safaris. Heard from Rob, one of her great guides up there that Corey loves to fish with Rob.
Yes,
and,
they have a ball.
And we're going to hear from the guy I like to fish with, Nathan, very, very soon too.
Yes.
In the second hour too. Nathan's going to join us for the second hour, so it's
Yeah.
going to be super, super fun. And right now we're gonna finish up the catch report, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're
Finish up with Gundy Gunderson,
with
our surf
Gundy.
guru
Oh,
extraordinaire.
Gundy's
Good morning,
one-
Gundy.
Here.
Yeah, got you loud and clear, Gundy.
Right on. Well, that flu just keeps getting everybody, doesn't it?
Did it get you?
Yeah, I've had it about a month ago, but yeah, I hope Corey's doing better.
Yeah.
But as far as the fishing goes, that swell really was rough there last week and pretty much wiped things out for several days. But this week we saw kind of a return to normal, and one of the keys, Pete, is we really haven't had a lot of rain, obviously, but the rain and the runoff is what really hurts you in the wintertime, and we haven't had that. So when we get like a big swell and stuff, things seem to bounce back rather quickly. And Hook, Line, Sinker reported improvement in barred perch fishing. Few anglers found good perch fishing out west. Some of those El Capitan, Gaviota, that area there. Better weather days, 4 to 8 inch average on the fish, and they had some kickers over 12 inches, bloodworms, mussels, shrimp working best in natural baits. And then with a lot of squid offshore, the halibut bite was slow. In the South Bay there, Just Fishing reported that they checked in a 3-pound, 1-ounce barred perch. It was caught off Hermosa, a little bit above the pier on a flash minnow. So some of those guys hunting the big perch using those hard jerk baits. Big Fish reported smaller perch, but they did have some guys sticking a few nice halibut. I think they had a 29-inch fish off Dog Beach on a flash minnow. And, that's probably your best bet is the halibut deal. You have to work at it, with the squid outside. There's not a lot of fish in the shallows, but the guys putting in time are getting the bites, and that's the key.
Gundy,
so we'll see what happens next year. I think, with the weather, and the better tides, we'll get more good fishing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Gundy, of course, you'll keep us on it all winter long. It doesn't go away. Beach fishing,
nope.
You can do it all winter, so stay with it. Gundy, sure appreciate what you do, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Sounds good, Pete.
Right.
Have a good
Gundy.
week, guys.
Thanks. Happy New Year to you.
Hey, and I just want to let the people out there know, while they last, pick up your copy of the 2025 CCA Sport Fishing Calendar at Fisherman's Landing, Seaforth Landing, Dana Landing, or at your favorite tackle shop. By supporting CCA, you are working to protect the rights of all California anglers.
Yeah, for sure. Those calendars went so fast this year. If you haven't received yours, you got to find them where you can.
And they did such a
And
great job this
it's
year.
a beautiful.
It's
we
such
have
a
the calendar
beautiful
right here in the
calendar.
world headquarters. Look at that Gerby right in the background with that beautiful yellowfin, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic shots, and of course the best tide chart.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every angler needs a tide chart on their wall.
And no question about it. Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, phones are packed up, and we're giving away a great prize this morning, right?
And don't forget to call in. We still have a couple lines open. The number is 833-288-0005. 0973.
Yeah, for sure. And
We're giving away, we're giving away a full day trip aboard the Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing.
Sweet.
Yeah, fill up those phone lines.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and jump back on the phones, Brandon.
All right, let's talk to Jason in OB. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Bob, Kate, and Brandon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good morning.
My question is about, I've been trying to get a plan a trip up there for the last couple of years, but my wife is determined she will never go on a puddle jumper, basically a plane without an engine, well, a jet. So question, is there a way when we get to Vancouver to take a ferry to get there instead of having to go on the puddle jumper?
Yes, you can take a ferry if you have the time, but it's not really
It's not a puddle jumper.
Yeah, it's a 68 to 78 passenger
Twin engine,
Q400.
turbojet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a prop.
Air Canada.
Turbo prop jet.
The jet engine's not the props.
It is props, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but but they're turbojets.
Yes, turbojets, Q400,
Yeah, it's probably one of the safest planes around.
and it's got a lot of cargo room for your fish.
Yeah, that's the most important thing because
Well,
they put
safety too.
they put a lot of
A
fish
fish
in.
in.
Those. Yeah.
Yes, but yes, you can take the ferry. Pardon me? He's a little bit scratched.
Yeah. How long is
that ferry ride?
The ferry. How long is the ferry ride?
So, two options. You can catch the ferry in Vancouver. If you're going to take the ferry, you need a good extra week to go up and back. Yes, it's that long. Yes.
And you'd go right into Port Moresby.
So you would go from Tawasin, Vancouver to Tawasin Ferry into Nanaimo, and then you have a 4-hour car ride. So you'd have to rent a car. Port Hardy to Prince Rupert is 18 hours, and Prince Rupert to Haida Gwaii is 7 hours. So, or you drive to Prince Rupert, which is a 2-day drive from Vancouver, drop your car there, get on the ferry, 7 hours. So it's very beautiful.
It's a lot easier to do an hour and 45-minute flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an Red Wave plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a tiny plane.
No, it's
no,
not.
no.
It's a big one.
And
Yeah, it's a good-sized plane.
I totally understand
Okay,
the
perfect.
hesitation about the propeller-driven plane and the smaller planes, and I've had that same like kind of fear of flying. But now, after having done it a handful of times, really that fear goes away and subsides over once you get off the ground, and then you never get to see things in the way that you do when from a plane that flies lower, especially when you're in a beautiful area.
We
like
do fly lower.
Okay.
Yes.
When you and when you're flying over British Columbia, when are you gonna get that aerial view of the beautiful forest and the islands and all the nature?
Well, and we fly from Vancouver. You go over Vancouver Island up into Haida Gwaii, so you see a lot of scenery, unless it's super foggy. But for the most part, I think they're cruising. I want to say 35,000 feet, maybe less.
It's a commercial airliner.
Yeah. I mean, but it's
not like flying on a float plane or
No.
one of the little
No, nothing
single
like that at
props
all.
or anything
No.
like that. Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Appreciate
Yes.
that very much. 833-288-0973. I have a great text here from John in Chula Vista. He says, "Good morning. I have a question for Valerie. I'd like to come fishing with you. Can you explain the accommodations I would expect being a single traveling fisherman?"
We can accommodate single anglers, and but you have to, if you have flexibility, John, that's very helpful. And I do have 4 spots open for single anglers, and you can have your own private room. I can't offer it for every group, so I have 4 spots. And if you're interested, if at the end of the show, I'm going to give you my email and my direct cell phone to text me, and I'll give you those dates. One of the dates happens to be in Corey's trip. We had a gentleman that have to drop out, and so we have one.
End of July, beginning of August.
Yeah, July 30th to August 3rd, and you actually get to fish with Corey.
With Corey, on Corey's boat. So that's the thing.
boat.
So in other words, if you're a single angler and there is availability,
yes,
you can get your own room,
Yes.
and also you'll be with 3 other people on a boat.
Correct.
You can match them up.
Yes.
So that's
I think I'm
there's
a good
there's a
matchmaker.
spot for
Corey's
one
group.
person
on
on Corey's group to fish with the world famous Corey.
And
Sandy.
for those who have never fished with Corey,
Oh.
it's worth the ticket price alone.
Yeah.
Corey,
Yeah.
Corey does things so differently, and he's so into it, and he's so into the nature
Yeah.
aspect and the history aspect of things. He's just such a pleasure to be around and spend a
Mhm.
week with.
So
he
if
he
somebody-
smiles ear to ear
Yeah.
Yeah.
the whole
so
time.
if somebody wants that spot,
Yes, get a hold of me.
How do they get a hold of you?
877-815-2892, or you can just actually my cell phone. It's so easy just to text me 805-698-9590.
All right. Or you just go to the website.
I'll go to the website and say, hey, Valerie.
QCsafaris.com.
Yes. Yeah. QCsafaris.com.
All right. You're going to be at a lot of shows coming up, right?
It's right around the corner.
Right. Like next week, right?
Yeah. I head to Arizona.
Yeah. Arizona for which show?
The Barrett Jackson Auto Auction, and everyone's like, why do you put your booth there? Well, let me tell you why. FUN. Fun. It is. People love to fish and they love their cars. We have a lot of car collectors over the years. This will be my 15th year exhibiting there.
Wow.
And I take my beautiful salmon replica. Brandon, you haven't got to see that. You're going to have to come up to Costa Mesa and see that.
I will see that.
It's very beautiful. A taxidermist in Idaho did it for me. Hand painted, it's a showstopper.
Nice.
Is that right?
It's a showstopper.
Well, you'll see it at the PCS show.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's my first stop. It's a 9-day show. And then I go to Safari Club International in Nashville.
Wow.
And then I'll come back for Bart Hall show.
And then after that, you'll
little
go
break.
to break, and then,
And
you
then
go
I'll-
to the PCS show.
Yeah, and then I'll go to
Bill
PCS show.
Well,
Yeah.
you're running all over the place.
Can you believe that?
That is
schedule?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's planning.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah.
going on there
Lot
for
planning.
sure.
Mhm.
Now, you have a great text there?
I
you
do
said?
have.
Yeah.
I have quite a few. They've been
there's a lot
flowing
of
in through the
texts
app,
this
and
morning,
if you don't have the app downloaded yet, do yourself a favor and do it. This particular text is from one of my favorite people on the planet Earth, and that's Gary White, the legend himself.
The legend himself.
Yeah, and it says, "Good morning, everyone, and Valerie. Could you talk about the area's history, legends, and native folklore?"
Yes. So, well, we are in, and actually, I was just looking at your coffee mug there, Pete.
Yeah.
Haida Gwaii Safaris. We're in a transition of going back into the indigenous name of the First Nations people, the Haida. So Queen Charlotte, the name Queen Charlotte, I have a blog that's going to be on our website that explains in a little more detail the history of the islands and why going back to the indigenous of First Nations, Haida Gwaii. So it's going to be Haida Gwaii Safaris, formerly Queen Charlotte Safaris. Takes a little time
And
because
when's that going to happen?
it has happened.
It has happened. It's
Yeah,
already
it's
Haida
already-
Gwaii Safari.
It's Haida Gwaii Safaris. The booth says Haida Gwaii Safaris, formerly Queen Charlotte Safaris. We have an amazing, well, you see that fish. That is a true Haida salmon. Quiwa Jones, First Nations woman, amazing artist, did that salmon for us. So a lot of neat history coming out to explain the islands or archipelago of 100 islands. And the Haida people are rich in culture, beautiful art, very good fishermen and women too. And it's just the whole culture. It means islands of the people. So that's what Haida Gwaii means. And so we definitely want to honor their traditions and keep their culture alive. And we have a lot more history coming out, and it will be on the website. And if you're not on my mailing list, get on my mailing list because you'll get the email all about it. There's just too much. It's too much.
So how do you get on the email list?
Just email me.
Okay, so you can go to
Safaris.
QCsafaris.com.
Yes, you can do that.
And
or-
then you can sign up on the website.
Yep,
too,
sign
right?
up on the website so you can get that. But very dear to my heart. This will be my 25th year up there.
Wow.
And this is my 20th year as an owner. So
That's
we have a
awesome.
milestone year. We're going to be
Yeah.
celebrating 20 years. Haida Gwaii Safaris, formerly Queen
Yeah.
Charlotte Safaris. And then, of course, I started working up there in 2000.
The Haida people are so proud, and
Yes,
the culture there is
so rich in
amazing.
culture. We have a heritage
So
center
rich.
there, beautiful
Which is
art,
amazing. The heritage
beautiful
center's unreal.
carving, the totems,
Yeah.
everything. It's so rich in culture. And I say actually National Geographic's top 25 must see and do
Is
on
that
their
right?
list. Yes.
And is there still a large population?
No. I mean, the island we're on, maybe 300 people. We're on Moresby Island, and the bottom half of Moresby Island is a UNESCO heritage site.
wow. I had no
yes,
idea.
Yes. I know we're
Yeah.
kind of a little hidden secret.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right. And then the Graham Island, another one of the main islands, there is a beautiful heritage center. Those that have been up there, they've been through it. You've been through it, Pete. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I mean, I'm not a museum guy. I'll be right up front.
No?
with you. I'm not. I like kind of cruising through museums, but this is a very special museum.
It has
It's really
everything
cool.
from the
There's so much
culture part of
culture,
it, but
yeah.
also fishing is such a big part of
Yeah.
the island. And so you see, their old techniques and different way they did halibut and how they smoke their fish and
No,
I mean
it's
they don't
cool.
let nothing
How
go
they
to waste
lived
and how
back
they
in the
live.
day. Yeah, the villages and such.
And a lot of the Haida language is coming back, and it's just a very neat, beautiful culture. And I love Islands of the People. Like
for sure. So that's cool. So Haida Gwaii Safaris.
Haida Gwaii Safaris.
It's
We got the
happening.
mug right
Well,
there.
let's jump into the phones.
Okay,
Brandon.
let's go ahead and talk to let's talk to Jake in Point Loma. Good morning, Jake. How you doing?
Morning, guys.
Good morning, Jake.
Love hearing about this. Brandon, you're doing great. I'm listening on the app right now, fishing the bay. I was wondering if Valerie could talk about what would be the best time to come up and chase those big lingcod I've seen on their website.
June, July, or August. Take your pick. They're there all summer.
And I hear it's wide open when you get there. It's about as good as it gets anywhere in the world.
It can be really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, again,
it's still fishing.
Untouched.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
still
Right.
fishing,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's untouched. And these lingcod, they're hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
and they're big.
And they're big.
And they like to eat the plastic, and they like to eat the metal jigs.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's no bait needed.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, sir.
And so for a guy from Southern California who might be into slow pitch jig fishing
Yeah.
or fishing a big slug on a lead head or anything like that.
Instantaneous.
Is that right?
Unbelievable. Like one of your jigs?
Yeah.
From
Two
Fish
fish jig, sure.
Like
Get
one of your
the finest yo-yo jig on the market. Yeah.
That yo-yo jig.
Oh, I bet it would knock
They would crush
the lights out of
they
lingcod
would
up there.
crush it.
Yeah.
And there's a jig that they use. It's very interesting. You guys might want to knock this off.
Mm.
It's a BC jig.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And
the
it
gentleman
looks-
makes them in his garage.
Yeah, it looks like the size of a surface iron, but it's got a kind of a weird shape, and those things get.
And you can
big
bend
time.
them.
Yeah, you can bend
You
them.
can bend them.
So they're made like I don't. Would that be zinc or something? if
Oh,
you
I
can
don't
bend
know.
them?
Is it shiny? A shiny material?
No.
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 But oh boy, they eat those things.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might have to look into this.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's our little secret.
Yeah, no, and they have them on the boats.
Yep.
You don't need to bring your own stuff, but
But if you are bougie, you can.
well, if you, I mean, you and I
Yeah.
like to fish our gear, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
You'd want to bring like the ideal thing you can, because you can throw it in, you can carry it on the plane, or you can throw it in your luggage. One of those Phoenix
Travel
7-foot
rods.
travel
Yeah,
rods,
Red Eye series.
the Red Eye series. That
Yeah.
would be like a, I don't know, like a
You can
40
get a
pound.
a 40-pound class Red Eye series
Yeah.
travel rod by Phoenix, and it would be perfect for up there.
Shimano Trinidad 20A, put 80-pound Power Pro Max Quattro on it. Oh,
Yeah.
game on.
Yeah, you're in the driver's
Yeah,
seat when you.
so
when
you're
you have
not
that
carrying
setup.
a lot.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you don't have to bring much.
But a guy could bring a hodgepodge of lures to give him a shot for the lingcod.
If you
Sure.
wanted to,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Hey, our good friend Bob Fletcher is listening. And he says, hi,
Bob.
Valerie.
Aw.
And Bob got to experience
He did.
Queen Charlotte Safaris, had a great time with
In
him.
fact,
a
his
couple years
picture
ago.
in our social media, he's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the blast that you did.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in there. He says, did you hear that Scott Sherman, former city councilman, was on KOSI News this morning talking about the fabulous sport fishing industry we have here in San Diego? He went into detail of the kinds of trips available, what you can catch, and how to fish, get filleted, portioned, and vacuum packaged. And he went into different kinds of trips, kinds of boats, 45 foot to 123. He's talking maybe 10 to 15 minutes on the TV today. So way to go. High five to Scott, he says. So
Yeah.
for sure. Thanks, Bob. And
Thank you, Bob.
Nice to hear from you about that. And
Yes.
good going, Scott. Way to get the word out there.
Yeah, we're all blessed here in Southern California to have Scott Sherman on our side.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he's a hardcore fisherman.
A
too.
hardcore, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's jump back on those phones.
Okay, let's talk to Hills in Ventura. Good morning, Hills. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, you guys. I wanted to ask Valerie what she thinks as far as Corey's big slugs for lingcod compared to that special lure from the guy that guy in the garage, which is kind of like a brand in Buono, but on success rate, because like I fished a big glow in the dark slug on a lead head out at Channel Islands here, Santa Rosa, and it's like as soon as it hit the bottom, you get lingcod, you know. But I could just imagine a fish off, you know, between two fish jigs, big slug, and then have Rob with one of those bent metal things.
If I was a betting man, I would bet on the slug. You know, I know Let's Talk Hookup is doing a trip to either Queen Charlotte's or maybe Southeast Alaska. When I'm at Fisherman's Landing Tackle Shop and we sell out of slugs, they're highly effective.
Yeah, and that glow in the dark,
glow in the dark.
that thing gets, and like up in Kingfisher and Sitka, oh boy.
Yeah, if you want to catch a giant lingcod
or a big halibut.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
They eat it.
Kind of everything eats those up there.
Yeah, for sure. There you go,
I have to
Hills.
agree with the professionals. I'm not a guide.
But then again, I don't know anything about this local lure.
He's in Vancouver
cool.
Island, and I don't know how to even describe it. It works.
Is that right?
Yeah,
It
we
works.
buy lots of it.
Yeah. You have a great text. Thanks
I
for the
do.
Hills for the call. Appreciate
Thank
that. You
you.
want to
Thanks,
get
Hills.
through? Jeff is standing by. It's 833-288-0973 is the number. 833-288-0973.
We have a ton of texts coming through the app. This one says, morning, guys. Great show. Can you ask Valerie about the touring packages for those spouses that don't fish? We had whales breaching 20 feet from the boat during my trip. Question, do you have any T-shirts? That's from Bill in Scripps Ranch.
Okay. Good morning. Okay. First of all, yes, we do offer tours. We offer land tours ourselves, and then I work with the First Nations with Haida Style, and they do the boat tours into the park. You know, the UNESCO park. They don't go clear
there's
down
an
to the
UNESCO park.
Yeah, they don't go clear down that far, but it's still considered the upper part of the park. And so she could do that. And I try to put the touring part where I have a group of ladies where the gentlemen are fishing and the ladies are touring. So she's not all by herself.
Oh,
Does
that's
that make
great.
sense?
Yeah.
So I have some dates. I have a few dates. I have one in June and I have one in July where I do have ladies touring and the gentlemen are fishing. So it works really well.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
everybody's happy.
And
That's
everyone's
great.
happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they get to see a different part of the island. But here's the thing, where you're fishing, like we were talking going through the channel.
There's a lot to see.
There's a lot to see. I mean, you're on a tour as you're fishing.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
And we were and like he was saying, we were fishing salmon, and we had humpback whales breaching right next to the boat, like 10 feet off the boat. We were worried they were going to get caught in the lines.
Wow.
Because they were
how
so
amazing.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of stuff.
You do. And
Yeah.
like even jellyfish, this last year we had just down. Okay. So it's going down towards Inglefield. There are these big purple and all these different colors.
Yeah.
People just like the guests pulled up their line. They got out their phones and kind of videoed these jellyfish kind of moving through. It didn't affect the fishing or anything. It was
Yeah.
just like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Lots of scenes.
yeah, there's a lot in those beautiful waters because they're untouched.
They're very untouched. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, another great text here is from Quentin in Fontana. He says, "Good morning, guys. Great show. I have a question for Valerie. Do you have a different option for length of stay or different types of fishing package that you guys offer?"
Our main package is the 5-day, 4 nights, 3 full days of fishing.
That's pretty much a standard deal.
That's a standard. I have tried everything possible in the last 25 years, about 24 years. And I feel that is enough for everybody. Like you get a very good experience in that amount of time. I offer a longer trip at the end of the season, a 4-day fishing, 5 nights. And if anyone wants to extend their stay because they want a tour afterwards, if I have room at the lodge, then we'll extend another night and another day as well. But I do have a longer 4-day fishing towards the end of the season. End of August.
If you want to.
And I know you guys must be doing it right because one of my favorite people on planet Earth, which is Harold Davis,
Yes.
he was telling me last year he essentially wanted to move into your lodge.
He did it. He did a couple of times. He's done back to back.
Is that right?
Yes. And I said, you're hired for the rest of the season. He goes, I'm not
He's
sure.
the ombudsman. He's the ambassador.
He is the ambassador. He's
Yeah.
amazing. Wonderful man.
What a charming man. What a great guy to
Yeah.
fish with. And I can't believe he doesn't eat you out of house and home.
Well,
he doesn't.
Well, he eats his share.
Yeah.
As we all do when we get there because the food's so good.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, when you go there for 4 nights, 3 days of fishing, it's not enough. It's, I mean, you don't want to leave because just because you're so relaxed and it's so easy going. There's no hustle bustle. You're not in a town at all. It's basically you're just in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're at the edge. You're at the edge of Sandsville, at the very
Yeah.
edge. We have like 11 miles of paved road.
Yeah.
Is
That would
that
be it.
is that
Yeah.
all?
And there's
That's it.
beautiful hiking. I mean, there's like the
Yes.
last day when you're waiting for the plane, you go through the forest there. They have this beautiful park.
The
that you can
Dover
hike
Trail.
through.
It's beautiful.
Just
Wow.
incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's really fantastic. Hey, let's find out what's biting her. It's time for our fishdope.com report by the Angler's Realtor, Yosef Husseini. And this report is sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you can get a premier processing experience. Check out the easier online booking system for your processing for your local or long-range trip. With more team members, Fisherman's Process stays far ahead of the rest, more same-day capacity, and the finest customer service. And like they were talking about a couple weeks ago when they're on the show, they also accommodate private boaters a lot better for you too. So stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street or check out fishermansprocessing.com and make your reservation today. And let's say hi to the Angler's Realtor, Yosef Husseini. Good morning, Yosef.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy New
Good
Year.
morning.
Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
you.
Year.
What's happening?
Thanks so much. Well, there's still some fish around. Local, the stuff you'd expect this time of year. I'm going to start out up north, Channel Islands area. We don't have a ton to report because it is blowing like crazy. Tons of squid, we know that for sure. Santa Monica Bay, there's actually a good sand bass bite and a decent calico bite that goes with it. Sand bass are biting a little better than the calicos. Same old deal, strips of squid. Tiny Colt snipers are working really well as well. Palo Verde, LA Long Beach area. The water's a little bit cold, but the bass fishing is improving. There's also some halibut being caught. Just not a ton of people out there targeting them. Sculpin and whitefish remain excellent at the 150 and at the Santa Ana River Pipe. Catalina backside is the top story going on right now. There's white sea bass and halibut being caught. It isn't wide open fishing, but it is decent. We're getting some pretty good reports. The sea bass are ranging from 10 to 40 pounds, and they're all being caught in shallow water, 5 to 30 feet. Church Rock to Silver Canyon, Eagle Rock to Cat Harbor, and Pedestal Rock and Sentinel Rock, all the normal places. And the front side, there's still some bonito hanging around, from can dumps to the condos. SCI, we don't have a ton of reports either, but there is good calico bass fishing on the backside on crankbaits, and then good whitefish fishing in Northwest Harbor from 180 to 200 feet. La Jolla to Mission Beach, we've still got some home guard yellowtail around. One boat, I think yesterday, landed 2 out of 4 fish hooked, decent sized fish, and they're biting at first light. Flow-trolling mackerel, yo-yo jig is the thing going right now. Not a lot of halibut reports, but we should see those here in the next week or two. And that's all I've got.
Wow, fantastic. And of course, what's going on in the real estate game? A new year and new thoughts in the real estate world, right?
Totally. It's like somebody flipped a switch. Right before the new year, I closed out a bunch of listings that we had. Then it got really slow for a few weeks, and this last week has just picked up. We've got offers coming in on pretty much everything we have.
Awesome.
That's awesome
New
to hear.
deals coming up soon.
Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah, like hearing that. So if somebody wants to find the guy that fishes and he'll take care of your real estate needs, the best realtor we know around, Yosef Husseini, how do we find you?
You can get me on my cell phone at 619-277-2169, online on social media at Cal Realty. You can get me on my website at sportsmansrealty.com. And if you'd like a free home evaluation, you can go to SoCalHomeEval.com for no obligation evaluation.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Yosef, and we will talk to you next Sunday.
You got it. Take care. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
And that report sponsored by Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charts. Focus your fishing on the most productive areas by using Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charts. Chlorophyll, currents, and more. Terrafin Mobile, you can get access, have it right on your phone or any mobile device. Check terrafin.com for more information. And you have another good text, huh?
I do. There's quite a few of them here, but this one comes from Dave in Anaheim. And I don't know where he's coming from with this question, but I'm going to ask it all the same. Do you offer a trip that doesn't include salmon fishing for people who only want halibut and lingcod?
Yes, but the best way to do that is to put your boat together, right?
Okay.
Yeah, put your own group.
Put your own group together of 4, and absolutely, if you don't want to touch salmon, we'll do all crab fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can go crab fishing
You
if
can
you
go
want.
crabbing. You can go prawning. You can do all that.
Go
and no
albacore
salmon.
fishing.
Yeah, we'll talk about albacore.
Yeah, let's talk about
Nathan's
albacore.
trying to get on here.
Oh, he's trying. Is he getting through? All right.
Can he get through on the app?
No, he has to make a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he's-
actually, he can hit if he hits the phone. Yeah, if he hits the phone call, he should be able to get.
Why
through on the
anybody
app,
would
yeah.
want to cost themselves the
The
top of
prize.
the top of the pyramid salmon
Yeah.
fishing? You know, it doesn't take much time up there to fill your limits of salmon, and then you have all the opportunity to go catch lingcod and halibut and rockfish and whatever else your heart desires. But if you wanted to do something like that, put your own group together and
yes.
and
yeah. For positive. And you can, if you are interested, just again, reach out to me. And
How do we find you?
1-877-815-2892. But I like my cell phone, 805-698-9590 or qcsafaris.com. Let me know what you'd like to do, and I can give you some dates, and we can totally tailor your trip as long as you fill the boat.
Now, I was totally shocked to hear that albacore is even a possibility.
Yeah,
up
here
there.
we are. Are we ready? Do we have time to do that, or do we want to do it after commercial break?
What's that?
The albacore.
Oh yeah. Well, you want to wait for Nathan, right?
Yeah, he's trying to.
Well, he'll get
Nathan's
through.
trying to get in.
Yeah, he'll get through. In the meantime, let's go ahead and jump into the phones.
Okay, let's talk to Chuck in Dana Point. Good morning, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year.
You know
Happy
that
New
knuckle
Year.
buster, you should call it a man buster.
A man buster.
All our habits of grabbing that reel and having our hands in it. No wonder it has that name, right?
Yes.
And
That's the first
you know,
time I heard that.
Respecting the native culture and stuff, that's just good karma for fishing. And,
Yes.
And
Yes.
just, living up there like that, that just sounds too cool. And welcome aboard there, Brandon. You're doing a great job.
Well, thank
so
you.
what
Chuck.
I want to ask all these dishes you make and stuff, us guys that love to eat, like the guy sitting next to you, can we get hands-on with the chef and learn some of your sauces and preparation so we could bring it back home instead of just dreaming about it?
He loves to share.
Loves to share
He's got a whole
He's a
recipe
master
book
chef.
sitting on the counter.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
does.
He
Yeah.
does.
I think that
That just
my
makes me hungry.
favorite sauce is toss-up. I love the halibut sauce that
Yes.
he does on the halibut fish
Yeah.
or the halibut fillets. It's all really good. He's from
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a master chef.
Yeah.
He's really good. Yeah.
Yes,
You
he
will
will
not
share.
go hungry at Queen Charlotte Safaris or Haida Gwaii Safaris.
Haida Gwaii Safaris.
Haida Gwaii
Yes.
Safaris. Hey, Chuck, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Thank you, Chuck.
As you can hear, we're having a great show talking to Valerie from Queen Charlotte Safaris. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and of course 97.3 The Fan.
Hi, this is Christy Wheeler with Dawson and Associates Insurance, your full-service agency specializing in boat insurance, including charter, commercial, and personal use boats, business insurance, and travel insurance. We work hard to get you the most coverage for the best prices and guarantee the lowest rates available on all the travel plans we offer. So give us a call today at Dawson and Associates Insurance at 619-460-5615 for a free quote today.
Long range fishing, nothing beats Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Come check out the Shimano Talica, the pinnacle of lever drag 2-speed reels. The Talica features Shimano's Hagani body when throwing jigs. The Shimano Trinidad is your top choice. With the extreme cranking power and Shimano's Super Free Spool provides extreme castability. You'll be able to put your jig in the Wahoo zone. For all your Shimano needs, visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Catine, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. Spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Hey, San Diego, the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event is going on now at your San Diego County Ford dealers. The biggest deals of the year to finish 2024, featuring America's best-selling truck, Ford F-Series, leading for 47 straight years. Or check out the full lineup of versatile Ford SUVs, including Bronco or Bronco Sport. Don't wait. Come take a test drive today. Get holiday ready only at your local San Diego County Ford dealers. They'll be glad to hook you up. The best just got better. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 20A and 25A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship 2-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. The Shimano's Talica success is driven by its durability and spec attributes, allowing the series to differentiate from other lever drag reels within the market. The Talica is built around a cold-forged machined aluminum one-piece frame. The all-new Talica 20A and 25A now boasts Infinity Drive. Infinity Drive employs 2 drag washers housed in the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load as much as 40%. There's also a new lower low gear. If your utmost concern is performance without compromise, Talica 20A and 25A are the reels for you. Available now at your local Shimano dealer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. We're having a great time talking to Valerie at from Queen Charlotte Safaris.
Yeah.
And now called, how do you pronounce it?
Haida Gwaii Safaris.
Haida
Gwaii.
Haida Gwaii, which is what is the first, what is First Nation?
First Nation is, it'd be like Native American in the United States, but there's First Nations people like Haida in Alaska. Yeah. And there's a lot of Tishem. There's a lot of different, I guess for lack of better tribes, I would be. Clans,
why don't
tribes.
we ask one of the local residents, Nathan, who's on the line. Good morning,
Yay,
Nathan.
Nathan got through.
Morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
Hey, doing great. Great to have you. Love fishing with you, and looking forward to being there in August with you there, Nathan. And Haidas, you live among the Haidas, right?
Yeah, I live on Haida Gwaii. I live right in Sandspit. I have 6 doors down from the lodge there, and have a bunch of friends out there. And no, it's a great place to live.
Yeah. So the change of the name from Queen Charlotte Safaris to Haida Gwaii Safaris, what's it mean to you?
That it just means we're part of the community. We're part of the island, and we respect what the Haida offer and what they hold and what they're trying to keep going for generations. So then our kids and kids after that can keep doing what we all love to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Yeah. So albacore, Valerie's been itching to talk about albacore. You guys had a little run of albacore this past season, right?
Yeah, we did. It was amazing. Like last year they came right into when they were like pushed right up against the shoreline almost. They were a couple miles out, and then you could catch them from 1 to 15 to 20 miles out.
That's incredible.
From 1 mile out?
Yeah. Yeah, there was people like where we would salmon fish right off the point there.
Yeah.
Last year, people would drive out 2-5 minutes off the point there and start trolling and start hooking into them.
Wow. And what time of the year was that, Nathan?
That was in late August.
Late August, yeah.
Is when that was coming.
That's pretty crazy.
Is this the first time you've ever seen anything like that?
When the first it happened, like we basically, you're just watching for warm water to come up, right? It's no different than down there.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see that warm water coming up, they're up there.
They're in
and
there.
They come, and sometimes it's 5 miles off, sometimes it's really close, because the warm water, there's a cycle system that it's about 13 years, and every year it'll get pushed in closer, and then after a certain time it'll start going back out further, and then it'll kind of have that cycle there, and that happens every 13 years.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about this year?
Now where the warm water's coming in really close, and we're taking advantage of it there. So,
and do you have to get to the weather side of the island to target them?
Yes, they do. They travel only on the west side.
Okay. And how do you target them if we're fortunate enough for them to come back? How would you target them?
Basically how we would do that there is finding the warm water on the weather station apps that we look at, and then you go in there and you just basically, if you see birds diving in there, and sometimes you'll see them surfacing and they'll be jumping out of the water, and you got to find that where that water temperature changes on your sounder, and then after that it's kind of they're just there.
Yeah.
You can we were fishing for them last year, and they were jumping up right beside the boat, so it was kind of, I'm not going to say easy, but it was there. You could see that they were there.
Are you trolling for them?
Yes. Yeah, we were trolling for them there. I never did have the chance just to stop and throw jigs out for them. But that's as fishermen talk there, you just start thinking of more ideas on how to catch them, right?
Yeah, totally. And are you feeding them the knuckle buster?
No, I haven't done that yet. But as the old boys on the island say, if you're a true fisherman, or you're not a true fisherman until you reel in an albacore on a knuckle buster.
Oh, man. That'd be something.
Yeah.
So Nathan, we talked to Rob earlier in the show about the salmon and the quality of the salmon fishing there. What's your favorite time of the year to go to Queen Charlotte safaris or Haida Gwaii safaris?
Honestly, it's between June and August is my favorite time to go fishing out there. Yeah. But I'll say it again to you there, Pete. There, if fishing from day one until the end of the season for us there is spectacular. It's hands down. That's just great all year long. So whatever time you have available in your schedule, if you can make it up there between June and August there, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, it's good. And of course, talk about the boat that you run, which is just so comfortable.
Oh, it's super nice. We run 30-foot precision weld jet boats. We got a inline 6 turbo diesel Yanmar in the back that gives us more than enough power to get where we want to go. And we got all air ride seats, so it's a super comfy ride there, and you just ride the waves when you need to there, and when it's really nice out there, you can get to fishing holes like now because we got all the power, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were flying through that through the cut there. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, through the narrows there. It's amazing that big of a boat really only takes 8 inches of draft, so you could really, we can get through those narrows with a foot of water, and that opens the window of getting to the fishing grounds, just widens it up for us, comparing where we would have to wait a couple hours here and there if the tide's low in the morning,
Now you have me all fired up on this fishing. The idea of adding tuna to the already amazing fishing you guys have, like limit style fishing of just about everything. If I wanted to maybe secure you because you got me so fired up, could I call ahead of time and book you specifically?
I highly advise ahead of time.
You have to talk to the wonderful lady sitting beside you guys there, and you might.
He's popular though.
Yeah, I bet he is.
You can't get him when I'm there.
Okay,
because I got him.
Yeah, the boat they book up really fast. So if you really want to go fishing, call right now and make it happen, or else you're gonna have to wait to have an amazing time.
But all your guides, I mean, Rob's,
they're all great,
first rate,
We're all
and
great.
all the
We
guides.
all work.
Yeah,
we all work together. We're a team out there. We help each other out there. So it's everybody's amazing, and it's a really great teamwork aspect out on the water.
For sure. Well, let's jump into the phones, Brandon. Let's get some guys who want to talk to Valerie.
Yeah, let's talk to Danny, who wants to say hi. Good morning, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hey, Valerie. Good morning.
Danny
Valerie,
Jackson, Danny. I know this voice.
Famous Danny Jackson. Hey, Danny.
Oh, the infamous one. Anyway, Valerie, just want to wish you the greatest of seasons coming up in 2025 here. And, you know, Pete, I fished with Valerie, believe it or not, for 25 years now.
Yes.
I've probably made a dozen, maybe 15 trips to Haida Gwaii. And fishing with Valerie is the real deal. And, you know, I've said, Valerie, you've heard me say this before, the trip through the Skidegate Narrows there on the way to the west side, that alone is worth the price of admission.
Yes.
I mean, and the fishing, it's got to be the king salmon capital of the world. I mean, my wife, Kathy, caught one of those Thais, way over 30 pounds. Rachel, my daughter's caught salmon kings over 30, and so have I. And so I just wanted to wish you well, Valerie. Say a good morning and hope you have a great year. Just love you to pieces.
Ditto. Back to you. And thank you for your years and years of support. And you have to come see the booth. You're going to be quietly pleasantly surprised.
It's all new, huh?
It's all new, and I have a little surprise.
Well,
so
we'll
I hope
see
you
it
can
at
come.
PCS.
Come see me at PCS.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll text it to you.
Oh yeah, I will see at PCS, Valerie, and everybody. So just that's why I called. I just wanted to say hello. I heard you on Pete's show, and I had to say hello. I fished with you, golly, like I say, since 2000. So now that's 25 years.
I know. You're aging me,
believe,
Danny.
But it's great fishing.
Wow. Thanks, Danny. Great to hear from you. Danny
Thank you
Jackson,
so much.
the famous Danny Jackson.
Danny
yeah.
Jackson.
Thanks,
Many
Danny. Great to hear
videos.
from you. Yeah,
Thank
for sure.
you.
Another great caller on the line here. Good morning.
The phone lines are almost full, but let's talk to Benny in Bend, Oregon. Oh, Bucky. I'm sorry. Good morning, Bucky.
We love Bucky.
Hey, guys.
You got a lot of
Good
friends
morning.
out there, Valerie.
Can you
I'm
hear me?
blessed.
Yes, we
Yes.
can. Good
Got you
morning.
loud and clear.
Yeah, Happy New Year. And
Happy
hi,
New
Valerie.
Year. Hi.
I just could not believe hearing about albacore. My goodness, what's next? I mean, that just incredibly adds to the adventure. I'm coming out there for 2 back-to-backs in July and August.
You're
I just
doing the
can't
2
wait.
Let's Talk
It was the
Hookup.
best fishing trip of my life.
Back to back.
Hands down.
He is. Corey, and then your trip. Yes.
Everything was. I mean, the minute you get off the plane, it's the accommodations, the food, the captains, the boats, everything. It's world class. If anybody has not fished Haida Gwaii, you've got to do it in your lifetime and take your family, because this is a family adventure. I'm taking 2 of my best friends from college, so we got back-to-back books on that. But I took my girlfriend on it, and she enjoyed it. She caught a 25-pound salmon, and she caught lingcods. And one thing that nobody really touched on is the great tasting rockfish.
Yes.
My God, that's
yes.
the best tasting rockfish I ever had. We just pulled out some rockfish the other day. We came back with about 130 pounds of it. So we've been gnawing through it for the wintertime, and it keeps well. They have a really good processing plant that they go to that keeps the fish really in tip-top shape. So I
That's
recommend it, man. This is to me, it's a trip of a lifetime. So far, I've lived 5 lifetimes.
No way, Bucky. Thanks a lot for the
You're
call.
so awesome.
Appreciate that very much. It
Tell
is
Karen hi. Thank you so
very
much.
special place, and a very special place to take your wife,
Yes.
significant other, whatever, because
Yeah.
they will love it.
They had a good
They
time.
will love it.
I
yeah.
think she got her first Chinook, if I remember right.
Probably we have lost
I
him. Hey,
lost
but we
him.
have Nathan back. Hey, Nathan, glad to have you back. And Nathan, so many kudos. One person I want to bring up is our good buddy Tom Green, who the former SAC spotter plane pilot, took his wife and friends up there and fished with Nathan, and now they're hooked. Nathan, I mean, they say, well, we can't go when you go because we have to fish with Nathan.
They're coming in. They're coming in a couple groups before you.
So, but they're super nice people, and so talk a little bit about what it's like for people that are not necessarily super fishy people or couples that want to come. It's an easy game, right?
Oh, it's on like, yeah, you've been out there. The fishing is the bonus part when you're out there, because the raw beauty of the island that you get to experience, and just you get to feel the energy of that island, and that's second to none. That's something you can't get anywhere else. It holds its own magic on that island. So just to go out on the boat and see all the beauties of the traveling out there and the wildlife that you see in the ocean between whales, sunfish, salmon, lingcod, halibut, all the species of fish out there. And so if you're not like a big fisherman there, but you love to be outside and outdoors, and if you like to eat fish, it's just even better. So there's much more than just the fish out there to appreciate on this trip. And that fish is just that perfect cherry on top.
And from what I understand, for those fair weather fishermen out there, most of your days of the season are pretty glassy runs, are they not?
Yeah, like the weather, it's its own thing on its own, but it kind of where we are, there's always a cover place. Even if the wind picks up and it's not nice out, there's somewhere
There's a
always
lee.
to go.
Oh yeah.
To get out of it.
Yeah, which is cool.
And but most of the days, you are right, are really nice days to where we can get out and we can enjoy the whole fishing grounds.
Yeah, and if it gets
But
really
even on those
nice, you
days
can
that
go.
come,
You can make a run down south like we did that one time and hit those pinnacles down there. Talk about ridiculous lingcod
Oh, yeah.
fishing.
Wide open.
God, yeah. It's like
No,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, those runs, yeah, you can do that, and it's really nice when it's really nice out there. So then you don't have to waste a bunch of time to get down there. You can just kind of hammer down and get down there, and it doesn't cost you any time, right?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Tom in Temecula has a nice note here. It says, "Good morning, Valerie and Nathan. Guys, I wanted to say my trip to Queen Charlotte Safaris was great. This trip with Pete was supposed to, I couldn't make it. That's when things went wrong here last year. Valerie took great care of my wife who didn't fish. Great fishing, great fellow fisherman from Let's Talk Hookup Gang. Looking forward to another trip to Queen Charlotte Safaris." So that's kind of the, people. And so his wife didn't even fish.
No. Yes.
So she
she's
just hung
lovely.
out and
Yep.
went to the Hideout museums and toured different things.
We went on a hike. We took her to Jags.
That's cool.
Which is a little coffee place.
Yeah.
We actually have a little coffee place. It's a treat if you get to go over there.
Oh, how
it's on the
fun.
other island. Yeah.
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 It's a highlight.
A lot of things to do.
All the texts that are coming through the app are a testament to what a good job you've done all
Oh
over
my
these
gosh.
years. Because everybody's trying to give you your
One after the
flowers.
other.
It's just compliment after compliment after
Yeah.
compliment.
Yeah, they're all
It's-
saying.
Everybody claims this is a bucket list trip for the entire
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Well, hey, Nathan, we've run out of time, but great to have you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in August. And we'll look forward to fishing with you real soon.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything. I wish I could have made it sooner there so I could talk longer there, but I'm glad I got on to hear you guys and answer some questions there. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to come up this summer.
Yeah. No, we're excited. Our group, and we have spots left on our
One.
group, one
For
spot
Corey.
left for a single in Corey's group, which is the dates are.
Your group is done. It's sold out.
But the dates of Corey's group is.
The 30th of July to August 3.
All right. Hey, when we come back, We're going to wrap things up here for this week on Let's Talk Hookup. Talk more about next week's show and give away some prizes. So stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, I'm glad Nathan got on.
Hey everyone, James Holst here with Norsk Lithium, the official battery partner of Let's Talk Hookup. Here at Norsk Lithium, we have two goals that drive who we are and what we do. The first is to make the highest quality, longest lasting lithium batteries available with a complete lineup of batteries that include 12, 24, 36 volt and starting batteries. Second, in addition to offering a 10-year warranty on all Norsk Lithium marine batteries, we provide amazing customer service before and after the sale. Check us out online at norsklithium.com. That's NORSK lithium.com, or call us at 831-232-9063. Or to see Norsk Lithium batteries in person, stop by the Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood or Anglers Marine in Anaheim and see why Norsk Lithium batteries should be in your boat.
No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered. Norsk Lithium.
This is Bob Hoots at Costa Sunglasses. Visual signs are a critical part of my fishing program, from bay bass to bluefin. I wear Costas to see what's out there. Costas are built with advanced polarization technology with our 580 lens, designed to cut through the sun's glare while providing enhanced color to see more fish. Costa was founded by a group of anglers wanting a high-performance lens for every fishing application. Costa has a West Coast style frame and lens for your adventures. CostaSunglasses.com.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Searcher Sport Fishing. Alongside my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from 1.5 to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.
I've had the opportunity to fish many places in many different types of water, but never have I fished a place as much fun as Katmai Lodge in Alaska. Hello, my name is Harold Davis, typically fishing in the ocean, but this is an experience that you have to try for yourself. Fish natural rivers with tens of thousands of fish coming up. And they have all the gear: spinning, bait casting, fly rods, kings, silvers, pinks, sockeyes, and my favorite, the chums. Outstanding food, outstanding accommodations, great service. The lodge is located in the beautiful Katmai National Park, filled with amazing wildlife. Brown bears, moose, eagles, otters, and it has spectacular scenery. And also the fact that the lodge is located right on the Alagnak River and your boat is just steps away from your room makes it great. Do yourself a favor. Call Charmel at 1-800-330-0326 or go online, katmai.com. And like Pete says, they will hook you up.
Rock Cod Rick here to tell you about Parker Boats and the guys at West Coast Marine. By now, you all know my boat partner and I bought a new 25 Parker center console from crew at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. We've known for a long time that a Parker was the boat for us. It's a stout workhorse of a boat built to last and get you home when the seas get rough. Parker Boats at the launch ramp, the offshore tuna grounds. You wake up in the morning on an overnight trip, and there they are. Parker Boats of all sizes, fishing in the same areas as the sporties. There's a good reason for it: fishability and seaworthiness. West Coast Marine has several new Parkers in stock and ready for delivery. And they have more on the way. Don't get caught without a reliable boat when fishing is this good. Take it from me, if you're ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, and honest deal, you need to see West Coast Marine. Check out the inventory and information at westcoastmarine.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on 97.3 The Fan.
And, of course, the YouTube and Facebook Live and the Let's Talk Hookup app. Okay, Valerie, time to flip the coin.
Ready?
And it is a caller. Let's see here. It's Bruce in Lemon Grove. Congratulations,
All right,
Bruce. You're
Bruce.
going on a free trip aboard the Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing.
Yeah, for sure. And we want to thank Jeff for manning the phones over there. He did a great job over there at the
Thank
Fan,
you,
and
Jeff.
Appreciate that very much. And Valerie, somebody wants to book a trip like so many of our listeners have done. There's still some spots available.
877-815-2892. My
Yeah.
cellular 805-698-9590, or go to the website qcsafaris.com.
Yeah, and that's the easiest way to kind of see the whole.
Yep.
And then of course watch for the new name change, Haida Gwaii
Yep,
Safaris.
and website change, everything.
But you'll
Yes.
still have QC Safaris.
Yes,
available. For
we'll
those
keep
of us
that for a
can't
while. We
spell
have,
Haida
yeah,
Gwaii.
Haida
Yeah.
Gwaii. Well, we've
Yeah.
had Haida Gwaii in, Queen Charlotte Safari's Haida Gwaii, BC. Haida Gwai's been there for years.
Yeah,
But it's just
yeah.
making a little change.
For sure.
It's all good.
Yeah, well, it's going to be great. So,
And I look forward to seeing everyone at the shows.
Yeah,
Come
and
check
you're gonna
us
get
out.
plenty of those shows,
Yes.
so stop by the next
booth.
week, we're going to have a great show. Bob Hoos from Costa was going to be here next Saturday. Matt and Gavin from Captain's Concept next Sunday. So we're going to see you right back here next Saturday and Sunday. Of course, on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan. Thanks to Adam and Jeff for manning the phones, and thanks to George on the.
On San Diego's #1 sports station. The Fan.
And the Padres in front.
An Odyssey sports station. Good morning, San Diego. Time to take your